What's the soil?
Hello, friends. It's Hila at home here. Thank you so much for joining us for another Summer Days homemaking video. So, today, after my son collected the carrots for me, it inspired me to sort out the accumulation of lemons that I had in the fridge. I always end up getting a lot of lemons because I volunteer at a community cafe, and sometimes we have leftover lemons from the food bank wherein people don't seem to be really interested in getting lemons. And because I don't like waste, I always end up getting them rather than seeing them thrown into the bin. But we have been using the lemons on a regular basis, but they had accumulated. And so I just wanted to share with you some of the things that I do to use up the lemons. So one of the first things that I do is obviously to get the lemon juice. So I'll squeeze out the lemon juice and then I will freeze it in tiny little portions using an ice cube tray, because for the most time when we use our lemon juice, it's normally a tablespoon that's required, and I find an ice cube portion is about the equivalent of a tablespoon. And now the thing about lemons is they always get such a bad reputation. I mean, there's that saying about when you get lemons, make lemonade just because they're sour. But actually, you can be very creative with lemons that you get metaphorically and literally. So here I'm freezing I'm pouring out the lemon juice into these lovely little silicone based trays, and these are really awesome because you can just very easily pop out the ice cube. So that those have gone into the freezer. But I'm not just going to throw the lemon rind into the compost because there's still a lot of lovely zestiness there. So I'm just going to cut them, and I've also kept back the pulp from straining the lemon juice. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a cleaning solution from this, wherein I put those lemon rinds and I will pour some vinegar. So you can use apple cider vinegar or just any vinegar that you use for cleaning. I buy mine as 5-liter jugs, and so I'll pour that in there and I will cover the jar, store it in a cool, dark place for about 2 weeks for the lemoniness to sip into the vinegariness, and that will make a really great cleaning agent that I will put into a spray bottle and I'll be able to use around the house. And then after I've done that, I'm going to take the lemon rinds and then I'll put them in the compost, and they will compost down and be used in the garden. It wasn't until I was much older that I began to understand that saying that goes, when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. I finally understood that lemons are the circumstances in our lives, and we all have lemons. They come and they go. And the good news is that you are the chef and you get to decide what you will do with them. So some of the things that I like to ask myself when lemons turn up in my life or in my family's life is, what am I doing to the lemons that show up in my life? Am I turning to tried and true solutions, or am I activating my creativity? Do I search out for new ways to use the lemons to my advantage? One of the biggest lemons that I discovered in life is when I anticipate something and then I'm let down. And when that happens, do I wait for circumstances to change, or do I try and change the circumstances? And so once you change the mindset around lemons, metaphorically and literally, you can get a lot out of them. So here's a pancake that my son made, and he loves to have lemon juice on it with a sprinkling of sugar. And so he'll just take one of the frozen lemon cubes, put it on the pancake after it's just come hot off of the frying pan, and then it melts and it's ready to go, which is a really lovely way to have lemons. For dinner, it was a very simple outdoor meal since it was actually sunny. Some chicken thighs that had been marinated in a spice mix of garlic, paprika, and chili. So, very, very simple. And it had been barbecued outside. I do love cooking outside whenever we get the chance to. It reduces the amount of heat that accumulates in the house. And to go with it, I made a very simple pasta salad, which is got some red onions, some chopped tomatoes, and some mayonnaise. And we had some leftover potato salad from the previous day. So lovely, simple alfresco fare outside whilst the sun was actually shining, because of course one must make hay while the sun shines, or as I like to say, eat outside whenever you get the little sun that you get. And that's all for today. Thank you so much for hanging out with us here on Hila at Home. And until I see you next time, I wish you blue skies, health, and happiness. Bye.